Hello everyone, and welcome to my cozy painting tutorial about how to paint a tree and the trunk of the tree. First of all, I need to explain you some things. I paint very intuitively and I start from visions and feelings. So I'm not so much of a structural thinker, but I'm more of a feeler. Like my brain works differently than some other people. I know this because my partner is the opposite, and that makes it very interesting to see how everyone can kind of live and do things very differently. So if I'm explaining this, I will just talk from my feelings, from my heart, to show you how I do it, and maybe you can learn something from my techniques and from how I paint. I'm painting with a natural earth paint. You can check the link below. It's oil paint. I really like to paint with oil paint, and then particularly this one because I can mix them myself. So I can choose how thick or how thin I want the paint to be. If you plan to paint something, it's always good to first think about the colors you will need. I mostly just start with white. So I'm gonna take a brush. Put this there. And make the brush clean. I'm gonna paint the trunk of a tree, and it will be the tree itself. So I need to check, you can see here. So first of all, I think about the roots, and I go up, 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 and I let my hand do the work. So I'm a little bit nervous because it's the first time I'm making this kind of video. So I don't really think, I'm just feeling, because the tree has a very natural form. It's like humans, it's like veins and nerves, and we have roots, energetic roots in the ground. So I try to imagine myself being very rooted and grounded, and that's what's making and painting the tree. So I'm not gonna paint the roots in this painting. I'm just gonna feel that the roots are there, and that is the very important part about the painting. It's like feeling. For me, painting is all about feeling. So I'm gonna start with going a little bit lighter. So mostly also trees have a lot of colors and trunks. You can see here in this one there is green, there is white, there's brown, there's black. It's an old walnut tree, so there's light brown, there's very mushy earthly colors, which make it very nice. I'm not gonna paint exactly that one, I'm just gonna feel through it. The nice thing about oil paint is that you can readjust it all the time because it dries very slowly, so you have like a lot of attempts you can do, or like changes you can make along the way. If you use acrylic paint, for example, it dries very fast. It's more difficult to make those changes. It's also vision, and you need to have a lot of trust, faith, devotion, and belief that you can actually do it. So you can see the painting or the tree is forming. I will want some, my black is not so black, so I'm gonna mix some colors. So I'm mixing blue, purple, dark blue and some kind of red to make the deep darker colors. There's some brown, because or maybe here there's also black. Just making the scripture of the tree, the darker parts. So I'm not really afraid to use colors, because if, for example, you decide to work in layers, you can always adjust it, and the color, like the vibration of the color, is in the painting. I'm also using my eyes a lot, so when you close your eyes a little bit, you have more feeling of dark and light. And if I want to, ooh, I'm so shaky. If I want to think in color and light and darkness, I always imagine that the sun is some point in the painting. So that, for example, if I want to paint light, that the sun is here, that I paint the light in the direction of the sun. So what is a very good tool for painting is to go into the nature of very often and observe nature, just sitting and observing and enjoying, seeing the beauty of everything that is. Also, like, for example, if you want to paint a tree, you go somewhere and you kind of try to connect with that tree, the trunk. In the paintings that I am making now, that you will see on my website, I work in like so many layers. I just kind of like to do that a lot. And for this tree as well, you will be able to follow the process of painting the trunk of a tree. And if you have difficulty to have a hand that doesn't, or a hand that paints straight, or that can make straight lines, that does what you want it to do, you just need to practice, that's all. After a while, it's just so natural. You don't need to think about it. Like, I think because I'm not so much of a structural pattern investigator thinker, or not in a way that we mostly learn in school, I kind of learned myself how to do this, and I did it by believing, practicing, not giving up, and enjoying a lot the process, and like putting intentions, like set your intentions, for example, why, and really wanting to do this. So really wanting. And I meditated a lot. I'm exercising a lot for my body to be able to sit still for so much long time. I'm eating healthy to keep my mind and vision clear. I also want to do this as long as possible, so that's why I think we practice Qigong and Tai Chi, and so I can have healthy organs, healthy mind, healthy vision. I can continue to use my arms, my legs, my back, and so on. So you will see that everything that you do is so influencing, or is influencing your life and your paintings or your art. So your art is kind of an expression of your soul, or of what is going on inside. And yeah. I kind of like it that there is more branches on this side than on this side. I have the feeling that for the first layer, that it's okay. Maybe I want to try to make a little bit darker here. And add a little bit of green. So you can use also the brush in so many different ways. And then maybe some black for the roots, especially where it touches the ground. Here I'm gonna make a little hole. So because you can see that because I work in many layers, that I'm letting myself be very free. And when you put on layers, like I can decide from this part of the painting is already okay. Like I don't need to put another layer of paint to express what I want to show, because it's already there. For example, I would put a second layer of black on this one, and there's gonna be much more scripture and intensity in all of these parts. And I'm gonna add smaller branches. Yeah. So this is the first layer of my tutorial of painting a tree intuitively and with lots of joy and happiness. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe on my channel, and you can also check out my Patreon account if you would like to support my work. Yeah, thank you very much. Have a very nice evening, day, wherever you are. Enjoy. Bye.